Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Let me pause this. Sorry. Today I will be talking about the LGBT QQIA plus flag. If you have not seen it, let me bring up a picture really quick. What they did was add two new pictures to the flag, which is brown and black. And I will read this article to you once I find it. Because what it is actually very important to our society today. It has split the LGBT community apart, but, you know, we still... I'm not going to read that one. Let me just find it really quick. There's a few things that say if you hate the new pride flag, you're the problem, which is true. I've read a lot of these. Okay, I believe it's this one. So, hopefully this is a video. It's the... Okay, this is the article that I wanted. Awesome. So, this article states... Okay. So this is a story, this is the article by CNN, and I will read it to you word for word, so that way you know that these are not my words to CNN saying this, okay? So when the Supreme Court made same-sex marriage legal nationwide 2 years ago, the White House was illuminated with rainbow lights reminiscent of the pride flag to celebrate. We all know that. For Amber Hikes and many others in the LGBT community, the lights were a powerful symbol of a government's support for marginalized community that had historically struggled to be recognized, much less openly supported. Now Hikes, a black queer woman, is excited about a new gay rights symbol, a pride flag with additional black and brown stripes above the rest of the rainbow. The stripes represents LGBT individuals of color, a group that may often be overlooked within the overall LGBT umbrella. Now, remind you, the colors of the flag do not represent race or sex. They just represent basically nature and spirit and so on and so forth. The flag was unveiled at a recent Pride Month kickoff event in Philly as part of a new campaign, More Color, More Pride, which aims to recognize non-white LGBT communities as part of the broader Pride movement, starting with the most visible and widely recognized symbol of the LGBT community. The campaign was developed by Tierney, a local ad agency that worked in Philly's Office of LGBT Affairs, where Hikes is the executive dictator. Hikes said she shed a tear when the flag was raised last week for the first time. Others at the event had similar reactions. To the best of Hikes' knowledge, Philly is the first city to publicly and symbolically recognize racial discrimination within the LGBT community. Now, this part is true. There is racial discrimination within the LGBT community. Like when people say no Asians, no blacks, no Hispanics, no Latinos, so on and so forth. Just like when you say no fats, no femmes, no Asians. That's like the saying that everyone basically goes by. This is what this is saying. Philly's downtown gay neighborhood called the Gayborhood has faced multiple instances of racial discrimination within the past year, including discriminatory dress code policies at local bars and a leaked video of a nightclub owner using a racial slur. The campaign and new flag are the one way the city and the Office of LGBT Affairs are addressing those issues. Hikes said she had already seen the impact the new flag and event have had on residents in Philly, as well as the other cities across the country. A combination of citizens, community groups, and other local government officials have reached out to her from multiple cities, including Miami, New York, LA, and Chicago, to express their appreciation for the added level of visibility. So far, people are not liking the flag at all. At all. But the nationwide support came pushback and criticism. Hikes said that the vast majority of critics are gay white men, a sector of the LGBT community that doesn't necessarily understand the issues that LGBT people of color might face. Now, listen to this part. White people do not know what racism looks like, because that's the definition of racism. That part is not true. I don't really like that part because we do know the definition of racism. And racism is sitting here calling an African American the N-word. The N-word that should not be used whatsoever because it is very disrespectful to white and non-white people. No matter how you say it, whether it be jokingly with your friends, no matter the case, it's still very disrespectful, and I hate that word. It says, there is a presumption among gay white men that the rainbow flag already represents everyone, Hike said. When other variations of the pride flag have been introduced, such as striped flags representing bisexual or transgender pride, there was significantly less criticism. She said, if we use that logic, there should have been the same kind of pushback. According to a 2013 survey by the Pew Research Center, 34% of LGBT survey respondents identify as non-white. The survey also found that white respondents were more optimistic about society's acceptance of LGBT individuals than those who were non-white. So, what I don't like about this article, I like it, but I don't like it at the same time, because it's sitting here saying that us white people don't agree about, putting racial colors onto the flag, which, I do agree with that, they should, have put new colors on the flag, but at the same time, it's also pulling our society apart as a community. It's pulling our community apart in separate directions. So you have the people who don't agree with it, which is mainly white men in the gay community, but then you also have the colored part, and they're just attacking each other. But then you have the middle, which I kind of fit into, I guess, because I am a white male that accepts the flag. And I want to be in the color because the color thinks, that I am against it. And the white people they just don't like me because I do accept it. So I fit in the middle because neither one of them groups want me to be a part of them. So as of right now, it's just terrible. So I think that this flag in the future will help our community open its eyes and see that just because you're gay and white does not mean you have it difficult. Why don't you open your eyes and look at the color community? I mean, you go to Pride and you see, how much they've had to go through in their years. They get blamed because apparently they brought the AIDS over, which is not true. The AIDS were already here, but they didn't start until, I don't know, I guess it didn't get brought up until 60s, I would think. Let me see. Since I have my iPad in front of me, I can see the research and see when the first AIDS person came out, I guess. To see when it first started, so that way I'm not getting my stuff mixed up. Let's see. Oh, no, it's searching first aid. As in first aid, like bandages? No, I want first aid as in, okay, when did AIDS start? So when did AIDS? Oh, break out. There we go. See? There we go. So let's see. 1930s. Oh, it did start in Africa. Well. But, oh, here's a timeline. So, apparently, timeline of HIV and AIDS, which would be good. So, it started in the 1900s, a form of simian immunodeficiency virus, or SIV, was transmitted to humans in Central Africa. This particular virus group of HIV-1 went on to become the pandemic strain of HIV, though others have been identified. So scientists estimate that HIV was circulating in Kinshasa by the 1920s. Okay, so by 1959 it was in the States. Okay, so June 28th in 1959 in New York City, a 49-year-old got it, actually, because he was just in close proximity, which isn't true, because you can only get it through sex, not through anything else. So, I'm going to leave this video off by saying, we shouldn't be, sorry, I got way off topic, but we shouldn't be, two differences of the community. We should always be one, we should always have each other's backs no matter what. We should always be there and ready to fight whatever. But when it's a new flag, we should be accepting of it. That's where our community is, acceptance. Not pushing each other apart, not making two different groups saying, oh, well, this is wrong, well, this is right, well, this is how it should be. No, you're supposed to join forces and see if there's a way, if you don't like something, why don't you use your voice and say, well, hey, how about instead of putting two new colors on it, why don't you have your own flag? Or, hey, instead of doing this, why don't you do that? Type of thing. So, this video, I just want to say that, we shouldn't be colliding with each other. We should be joining forces and making us stronger. So, I hope this video, you got something out of it, and if you have, if you don't like the flag, oh well, it's here to stay. And if you do, thank you for supporting the LGBTQII plus community. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or anything, comment below, and I will get back to you when I can. And if you'd like to see me do another video, and if you have a topic for it, please also comment down below. And if you'd like to, you can subscribe. And thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful, magnificent, awesome, spectacular day, and I hope to do another video soon. Bye, guys. Mwah.